Now the On Your Side forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.
Well, I was headed back into the classroom today. I took a drive, a beautiful drive, by the way, out to Notice. It's just amazing weather. The countryside, absolutely fantastic. And I got to talk to the third graders at Notice Elementary School. We had a great time. They had a little weather station there. We were talking about the anemometer there that spins around, measuring the wind speed, all the different weather instruments that measure what's happening here at the ground. And this weather balloon, which takes weather balloon or the radio sound up into the atmosphere 10, 20 miles up to measure the weather above the ground so we know what's going on. They were pretty excited about math and science, and they're thrilled about where they're headed as far as their future and maybe even doing an internship. We actually talked about that in third grade. I thought that was pretty exciting to see the kids looking about maybe trying what it is that they're looking for and talking about how important college is to go and get that extra knowledge and then go out and put that to use. And so hello to all of the third graders at Notice Elementary School today. And look at this beautiful view. This is the view we had all day long, all the sunshine. And this shows up from the village at Meridian Tower Camp. Look at that early morning. It looked like a hot air balloon going up there this morning over the Boise front, and just a few contrails, high thin clouds. Really, that is about it. It has been absolutely amazing out there today, and it will continue. And if you thought today was nice and you want that temperature to bump up just a little bit, we're going to see that during the day tomorrow. 67 degrees right now in Boise. It's been this way for the past couple of hours. Winds are calm right now, north at 0. That means it is absolutely spectacular outside, real low humidity, and that will continue through tomorrow as well. When you have a weather pattern like this, you just have to look for high clouds that can come in and dim the sun and change the feel of the day. So I'll be watching that closely. The blue on the high temperatures map is generally temperatures in the 40s and 50s. That is pushing to the east, and here comes the warmth from the west. It came up from California right up to Roseburg, Oregon, which is now 81 degrees, 74 in Portland right now, and that weather is coming right in our direction. So the temperatures will soar tomorrow with the Boise high temperature so far 68 degrees. We probably hit that between the 5 and 6 o'clock hour. We'll get to around 75 at that high temperature coming up tomorrow, which is going to be absolutely amazing coming on in. Take a look at what's happening right now. The cloud cover, again, is way to the north and way to the west, and it's likely to stay that way for a little while as long as high pressure is overhead, and I certainly see that right now. But there are some high clouds drifting in from the west. Those high clouds could dim that sunshine a little bit tomorrow, especially in northern sections, but I still expect a beautiful day coming up. It is Wednesday that some of this cloud cover will drape in from north to south and give us partly cloudy skies, but I don't expect too much out of that. That was what was happening with the cloud cover. This is the futurecast, and we're looking ahead now to tomorrow afternoon. I don't see any cloud cover here at all, except around Seattle. They may actually have a shower or two approaching, but then on Wednesday you see that cloud cover kind of drape on in. It will break up as it moves through, so the sky could go partly cloudy, and there's a slight chance of an isolated shower in the mountains briefly in the central mountains. But really all this will do is drop our temperature a little bit as we head towards Thursday. This is Thursday now, a few high clouds drifting on by. We may not be in the mid-70s, but we'll see some very comfortable conditions moving in indeed. In fact, this is the computer chart showing 75 on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we'll drop it back down to the 60s. You see it cooling way to 58 in Spokane, but this is where the cool weather will stay. It'll push the warm weather to the south, and then it will try to come back just a little bit and will hover right about where it is now. So the desert southwest, by the way, is going to stay very warm over the next several days, and it will be very pleasant here in the northwest as well with those warm temperatures. This is the cold front that goes by to our north on Wednesday, and it what we call washes out. It really doesn't have a big impact on us. The cooling will go to northern Idaho. So enjoy the day tomorrow. Picture perfect weather coming in. If you have any plans outdoors, I think you're going to like it. Sunshine, light winds, and how about this? A short stay at school. 75 to 77 in Mountain Home, 77 in Weiser, in Vail, 75, Meridian, Boise. So some very pleasant temperatures coming in. And even in the mountains, we'll get that warm up in Long Valley from 31 in the morning into the 60s in the afternoon. 71 in Garden Valley and Idaho City. Beautiful weather if you're heading up to those locations. In the east central mountains, everybody's going to enjoy this warm up. It goes to 28 in Stanley because the air is so dry. It cools off at night. It gets to 60 during the afternoon. Very pleasant weather. It will feel warmer later in the day with that sunshine. It'll feel even warmer than the 70 to 75 for the Magic Valley, 74 in Twin tomorrow. Here's my On Your Side extended forecast, and we'll see that warmth peaking tomorrow at 75. Still nice on Wednesday. Remember, we'll get a little cloud cover at times, 70 degrees, and we'll go back down to the mid-60s. But remember, many places were at 66 for a high today, so that's Thursday and Friday, and it might drop a little bit over the weekend, but still, that is not a bad-looking forecast for the entire week coming up. And again, I mentioned this before, you may need to start watering the lawn now. The natural process of rain falling is starting to slow down a little bit, and your grass is going going to need a little bit of a drink. I turned on my sprinklers today. I have city water. It's a little more expensive, but you know, it gets the job done.
Sure.
And get the sprinklers ready to go because the grass is going to be needing a drink if you want it to stay green.
I want to slow it down a little bit.
Already?
You haven't cut yet?
Already.
Have you cut?
No.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, thanks, Scott. A potential break.